I'm Jasmine, 32. Standing in the middle of the opulent wedding reception, chaos erupted around me. My brother Ethan's champagne glass shattered on the marble floor, and his new wife, Lily, stared at me in disbelief, her perfect smile frozen. The guests around us were silent, their eyes wide with shock as they witnessed the drama unfold. It all started when I received the wedding invitation. Ethan and Lily cordially invited me to their big day, which was set to be the social event of the year. My mother, a social climber who always wanted to associate our family with the city's elite, had been planning this wedding for months since Ethan announced his engagement to Lily, the daughter of Mr. Thompson, the CEO of Thompson Enterprises, one of the most powerful companies in the city. 10 years ago, when I was 22, I dropped out of law school to start my own tech company, Nova Tech. Ethan, who was 25 at the time, laughed at me and told our parents over dinner that I was throwing my life away. He said I'd come crawling back when I ran out of money. But I didn't. Instead, I worked day and night, pouring all my savings and energy into building Nova Tech from the ground up in my small apartment. While Ethan climbed the corporate ladder at Thompson Enterprises, I was burning the midnight oil, facing countless challenges and rejections. My family never really noticed my efforts. They were too busy celebrating Ethan's every promotion, every bonus, and every small achievement. In their eyes, I was the black sheep of the family, a failure who couldn't follow the traditional path to success. They thought I was just another struggling entrepreneur with a pipe dream. As the wedding day approached, I was in my office, worth over $3 billion, but I had kept my ownership private, operating through a series of holding companies. To my family, I was just a mid-level manager at a tech startup. My assistant came in and informed me that Thompson Enterprises had sent over the final contract for a $50 million semiconductor deal. They needed these custom semiconductors urgently for their new product line, and they had no idea they were negotiating with me. My mother insisted that I attend the wedding. "Your brother is marrying into the Thompson family. It's a big deal. Try to dress nicely for once," she said with a tone of superiority. I wore a simple yet elegant black Armani dress, but I knew my family wouldn't recognize the brand. The wedding ceremony was as extravagant as expected. There were hundreds of guests, crystal chandeliers, and a sea of flowers. When I arrived, my mother kissed my cheek and said I looked presentable. My father was deep in conversation with Mr. Thompson, probably discussing the semiconductor deal. When it was time for the reception, I couldn't find my name card at any of the tables. Lily, with her fake sweet voice, told me that they had to make arrangements for more important guests and that the kitchen staff had set up a table for me in the back. Ethan, holding a champagne glass, told me not to make a scene and that I should know my place. That was the last straw. Memories of 10 years of their condescension and dismissal flashed through my mind. I smiled, pulled out my phone, and called my assistant. "Cancel the semiconductor contract with Thompson Enterprises." "All of it," I said, maintaining eye contact with Ethan. Ethan's glass slipped from his hand, and Lily's smile faded. They demanded to know what I was talking about. I showed them the Nova Tech logo on my phone and explained that the $50 million deal they were counting on was from my company. Lily accused me of lying, saying that Nova Tech was owned by my uncle, who was the public face of the company. I told them that I had built the company from behind the scenes. Mr. Thompson, his confident demeanor cracking, stepped forward and asked what was going on. I introduced myself as the CEO of Nova Tech. My mother pushed through the crowd, angry and flushed. She told me to stop ruining Ethan's wedding. I pulled out my phone again and showed them the company's quarterly reports and ownership documents. I also revealed that I knew about Ethan's embezzlement from his department to cover his gambling debts. I owned the auditing company that had been looking into Thompson Enterprises books. Lily was devastated and turned on Ethan. Mr. Thompson, realizing the severity of the situation, asked me what I wanted. I told him that by the end of the week, I'd own a controlling interest in Thompson Enterprises because of their financial troubles and Ethan's misdeeds. The semiconductor deal was just a formality before the takeover. My mother tried to salvage the situation, saying that we were a family, but I reminded her that they had never supported me when I needed it. I told her that success shouldn't be measured by appearances and social connections. As I walked out of the ballroom, chaos followed me. Outside, my Tesla, a symbol of my understated success, was waiting. My driver, who was also my security chief, opened the door and asked if everything was okay. I looked back at the place where my family's false sense of superiority was crumbling and said, "Everything's perfect. Let's go to the office. We have a company to acquire." In the following weeks, Thompson Enterprises stock plummeted. Lily filed for an annulment. My parents tried to reach me, their voicemails changing from angry demands to tearful pleas. 3 months later, my mother came to my office. She looked older and more humble. She apologized for their past behavior and said they were proud of me. I asked her if she would have been proud of me during the tough times. She admitted that she wouldn't have. I offered her a package that included information about Nova Tech's small business loan program, real estate listings, and contact details for business advisors. I told her it was an opportunity, but there would be no shortcuts. As she left, I returned to my work. Nova Tech continued to grow, and I kept my old desk from my apartment in my office as a reminder of where I started. Sometimes, the best way to succeed is to prove yourself, not to others, but to yourself.